Are you tired, Bulls Nation? Truly, deeply tired of the almosts, the what-ifs, the tantalizing glimpses of potential that ultimately dissolve into the familiar ache of frustration? For too long, we've watched our beloved Chicago Bulls, a franchise steeped in championship glory, oscillate between flashes of brilliance and a maddening inability to consistently contend at the highest level. We've cheered the electrifying drives, marveled at the clutch shots, and admired the defensive grit of our young stars. But always, there's been that nagging fundamental void, a crucial anchor in the paint, a defensive linchpin that could tie it all together and elevate this promising squad from intriguing to truly formidable. But what if I told you that the winds of change are not just blowing, they're howling with the force of a gale, carrying with them the unmistakable scent of a generational opportunity, a strategic masterstroke that could finally redefine the very identity of this young, hungry Chicago squad and usher in an era of consistent contention. This isn't merely about filling a roster spot. It's about seizing a moment, a chance to secure the defensive cornerstone they've desperately needed, a piece that could fundamentally alter their trajectory. As the NBA landscape shifts and the financial chessboard is being meticulously reset, a compelling vision is emerging, one that could see the Bulls make a bold, franchise-altering move. The whispers have grown into a roar, the speculation fueled by astute observers and insider analysis. Fan site analyst Andrew Hamlin recently floated a dream target for the Bulls, a name that immediately ignites excitement and sparks visions of a truly formidable frontcourt. Walker Kessler, this 24-year-old defensive phenom, currently making waves with the Utah Jazz, is expected to hit restricted free agency next summer in 2026. This timing, combined with the Bulls' projected financial flexibility, places Chicago in an enviable position, poised to make a run at a player who could fundamentally alter their trajectory and finally provide the defensive backbone their promising young core craves. Let's paint a vivid picture of the Chicago Bulls' evolving roster, a canvas brimming with vibrant potential. The backcourt and wings are undeniably shaping up for a bright future. Josh Giddey, recently locked into a 4-year, $100 million deal, brings elite playmaking vision and a unique offensive rhythm, a maestro orchestrating the attack. Buzelis, with his tantalizing blend of size, skill, and versatility, looks poised for a significant second-year leap, ready to contribute on both ends of the floor with an exciting blend of athleticism and finesse. And then there's Coby White, entering a pivotal contract year with everything to prove, a dynamic scorer whose offensive firepower can ignite the team, a spark plug ready to explode. These are the pieces of a vibrant, exciting perimeter attack, players who thrive in space, create off the dribble, and can light up the scoreboard with dazzling displays of skill. But look closer, and you'll see the glaring, undeniable question mark that looms large over this promising core, the front court. It's the missing foundation, the unaddressed vulnerability that, if left unchecked, could prevent this team from ever reaching its true potential. This is precisely where Walker Kessler enters the narrative, not just as a potential acquisition, but as the quintessential missing piece, the defensive anchor who could transform the Bulls from an intriguing young team into a legitimate force. Standing at nearly 7 feet tall, with an astonishing 7 feet 6 inches wingspan, Kessler possesses the physical attributes of a truly elite rim protector, a towering presence in the paint. But it's not just his measurements. It's his innate understanding of defensive positioning, his impeccable timing, and his relentless motor that set him apart as a relentless guardian of the basket. Across his first 3 NBA seasons, Kessler has averaged an astounding 2.4 blocks per game, a testament to his ability to deter opponents at the rim and alter countless shots with his imposing presence. Pair that with his impressive rebounding numbers from last season, 11.1 points and 12.2 rebounds per game, and you begin to understand why he is universally regarded as one of the league's premier young rim protectors. He doesn't just block shots, he changes the entire dynamic of an opponent's offensive attack, forcing them into uncomfortable mid-range jumpers or hurried passes, disrupting their rhythm and confidence. For the Bulls, the fit with Kessler is not just obvious, it's almost poetic. Imagine Giddey orchestrating the offense, his passes finding cutters and shooters with precision, knowing that if a defender gets beat, Kessler is lurking in the paint, ready to erase mistakes with a thunderous block. Picture White freed up to focus on his scoring punch, no longer burdened by the constant worry of protecting the rim, able to unleash his offensive arsenal without reservation. Envision Buzelis utilizing his size and versatility on the wing, knowing that a dominant presence behind him allows him to be more aggressive on the perimeter, taking calculated risks. Kessler would round out this dynamic young core, providing the paint protection and elite rebounding that ties it all together, the final piece of a championship puzzle. His presence would imbue Chicago's core with a natural, undeniable balance on both ends of the floor, allowing each player to maximize their strengths and play with a newfound confidence. This isn't just about adding a player, it's about unlocking the full potential of the entire roster, unleashing a torrent of talent. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the current occupant of the Bulls' center position, Nikola Vucevic. Vuce has been a reliable professional, a consistent scorer and rebounder for the Bulls, a steady hand in a turbulent sea. However, at nearly 35 years old, he is no longer the long-term answer for a team building around a young core. His defensive limitations, while often masked by effort, are becoming increasingly apparent in an increasingly athletic and fast-paced league. A stark reality in the modern NBA. It's a harsh truth, but Vucevic is likely on his way out of Chicago as the team transitions to a new era, a necessary evolution. Other internal options, while valuable, simply don't offer the same ceiling. Zach Collins is best suited as a backup, providing solid minutes off the bench, a reliable reserve. Young bigs like Jalen Smith and Lachlan Ulrich project more as depth pieces, still developing their games rather than foundational cornerstones, not yet ready for the spotlight. This is where Kessler's potential impact truly shines. He would immediately, unequivocally raise Chicago's ceiling, transforming them into a legitimate threat. While he is not yet a finished product offensively, his game is still evolving, and there's ample room for growth, a blank canvas awaiting a masterpiece. His elite ability to protect the rim and rebound at an extraordinary level would be a game-changer, a seismic shift in the team's defensive identity. This defensive prowess would liberate the Bulls' perimeter players, allowing them to be more aggressive on defense, take more risks, and push the pace in transition, knowing that Kessler is the ultimate safety net behind them. His presence would transform the Bulls' defense from a weakness into a formidable strength, a cornerstone upon which a true contender can be built, a fortress in the paint. But the most tantalizing aspect of this potential pursuit isn't just Kessler's talent, it's the impeccable timing. According to The Athletic's Tony Jones, the Utah Jazz and Kessler failed to agree on a rookie-scale extension, a crucial development that means he will officially enter restricted free agency in the summer of 2026. This timing aligns perfectly with the Chicago Bulls' financial outlook, as they are projected to have more cap space than almost any other team in the league. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a strategic alignment of stars, a window of opportunity that the Bulls simply cannot afford to miss, a cosmic convergence. Restricted free agency is always a tricky dance, a high-stakes negotiation where the incumbent team holds the right to match any offer sheet. However, with their projected cap space, Chicago would possess the financial muscle to truly test Utah's resolve, to push them to their limits. The Bulls' front office is no stranger to tense negotiations, having just navigated a complex situation with Josh Giddey this past summer. They understand how messy and protracted these discussions can become, the intricate dance of contracts and clauses, but this time the roles would be reversed. This time, the Bulls would be the ones holding the leverage, armed with a compelling offer and the financial might to make Utah think twice about matching. They could present Kessler with a lucrative long-term deal that the Jazz, potentially facing their own cap constraints, might find incredibly difficult to justify matching, especially if they have other priorities or are wary of a hefty luxury tax bill. This is a chess match, and the Bulls are positioned to play it masterfully with every piece in place. So, what's next in this unfolding drama? For now, Walker Kessler remains in Utah, a vital piece of the Jazz's plans, but his future is undeniably uncertain. If he does indeed hit the open market next summer, the Chicago Bulls will find themselves in a unique and powerful position. They will have both the undeniable need for an elite defensive big man and the financial resources to make their pitch, a pitch that could be incredibly difficult for Kessler to refuse and for the Jazz to match. Andrew Hamlin's idea, while ambitious, makes profound sense. Chicago has the cap space, a developing young core that is crying out for a defensive anchor, and a glaring hole in the middle that Kessler is perfectly equipped to fill. This isn't just another signing. It could be the kind of transformative acquisition that fundamentally changes the direction of the franchise, elevating the Bulls from a team with potential to a legitimate force in the Eastern Conference. Imagine the roar of the United Center crowd as Kessler swats away an opponent's shot, igniting a fast break, a wave of energy washing over the arena. Picture the confidence of the perimeter players, knowing they have an impenetrable wall behind them, a shield against any attack. This isn't just a dream, it's a tangible possibility, a strategic move that could finally bring consistent winning back to Chicago, a return to glory. The Bulls are at a pivotal moment, and the opportunity to acquire Walker Kessler represents a chance to accelerate their timeline, to solidify their foundation, and to truly contend for the ultimate prize. So, what do you think, Bulls Nation? Does Walker Kessler represent the missing piece, the defensive anchor that could finally unlock the full potential of this exciting Chicago Bulls team? Is this the bold, strategic move the franchise needs to make to reclaim its place among the league's elite? We want to hear your thoughts, your excitement, your predictions. Drop a comment below and let us know if you believe the Bulls should go all in for Kessler. And if you found this report insightful and exciting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive, in-depth analysis that brings you closer to the heart of the game.